All right, everybody. So real quick video for you guys on how to do what we're going to call a critical reading. Okay. Anytime I give you guys an article to read, we're not going to do the textbook a lot. I like to do more articles because they're more current and interesting. I'm going to say, let's do a critical reading. Critical reading, all it means, guys, is breaking things down and annotating an article so it makes sense. We're going to work on two simple things today. We're going to look at finding claims, evidence, thesis, and then we're going to talk about underlining any evidence. My typos. Real quick, before I get into claims, argument, thesis, and evidence, if you need a little bit of help with the critical reading, if you ever need a reading, any Google Doc, you can actually, if you go through this link right here, it's a video Ms. Bustamante made for y'all to show you how to get an extension on your Chromebook that'll read documents for you. So in other words, you just click and it reads out loud to you. Okay. So claims, arguments, thesis, any idea coming from the author, we will call a claim, an argument, or thesis. In other words, something they're trying to prove. You know, if I'm trying to prove I'm the coolest teacher, that's a claim I make. That's not a fact, right? Mr. Brini's claiming he's a cool teacher. He need some evidence to prove that, okay? But the fact that but the idea that I'm saying I'm a cool teacher is something I would have to prove. This was caused by COVID is another example of an argument. So any arguments we find, we're going to highlight in green. Then, like I said, Mr. Marini needs some evidence. So if he found any evidence in his, if he has any evidence that he's a cool teacher, like kids come to his class all the time, or he's pretty much a badass at lip syncing, I would use that as my evidence. Okay, so let's jump into this article. We'll do the first paragraph together. So read along with me. The global movement in support of the rights of Black people highlights the systemic and institutionalized racism that has resulted in the murders of Black people as a result of police brutality and the suppression of economic and social development Black communities in America. Okay, right off the bat there. Was the author giving us more facts, like things, numbers, stories, or was this more the author's argument, their ideas, something they're going to try to prove? Ask yourself real quick. Okay, so this is definitely a claim, right? This is an argument. So we're going to go to green here. This whole thing was a huge argument. Oops, helps if you click on your highlighter, kids. There you go. All right. The authors of this article are trying to prove, right, that that basically, like, this isn't just racism, it's economic and social and all sorts of brutality, okay? So let's keep reading. The many videos and accounts of horrific incidents of police violence have spurred protests from diverse groups across the world. Now stop right there. Is that a claim this person's making? Are they trying to argue that there have been protests, or is that a fact? That would be a fact, right? So we're going to take that spurred protests instance of, and we're going to underline that. Okay. Any of the blue on here, by the way, guys, while you're reading this, is a link so you can learn more about it. It's links to different articles and stuff. You don't have to go those parts, but if you want to learn more, you can. Okay. So any blue words here, you can do that. Okay. So look, basically, right, this is what you're going to do with the rest of the article. You're either going to highlight things in green or underline them. Now, not everything's going to be underlined or highlighted. I just picked two examples. If it's just sort of background or transition, you don't have to highlight it, but try to find the arguments. Really start to get into climate change. What are they saying about climate change and Black Lives Matter? And then what is their evidence that there's a connection between the two? Okay. Good luck. And obviously ask Mr. Marini for help. Like everything else in this class, it is due Monday. This time, Monday the 7th.